is Alfredo, and I'm gonna talk about my experience, um, similar experience of allegory of Plato's leaving the cave. So, like about 4 or 5 years ago, I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, 11 years, I don't remember well. I went to the Marquesa after a American football game with my team. I remember that the place was very big, and I remember that there was a big lake on the side. So I went to ask to search the Tirolesa, and I got lost. I didn't remember how to return. I couldn't return, and I was like several minutes trying to return to the restaurant, but I didn't find the way. And at that time, I didn't have a cell phone. So I couldn't communicate with anyone. That was a very big problem for me. So at that moment, I think I have to return to house. And I walked, and I found the road, autopista, and I recognized some signals because I accompanied to the Ciudad de Mexico very often with my father because I accompanied with my father to his job. So I remember that the signals of the road, and I when I and while I was walking, I have a lot of fear. I didn't imagine the worries or despair that my parents had at that moment. But all the time I was thinking about what could happen to me. Something that I could be robbed or kidnapped or even killed by someone. I don't know. It was a very bad. I knew that I had fault. That was my bad. So I couldn't give up. So I knew I was so scared, but I didn't give up, and I had to get home. I have to go to Toluca, to my house with my family. I keep thinking about how I did it, but I did it. I returned home like I remember when we arrived to the restaurant, there was like 5, 6 p.m. and I returned like 11 p.m. I was lost for several hours, but I arrived safe and with all my safe until I got some horrible news when I get home, and my family was very they were crying. Uh, I'm feeling like ignorant to didn't be accompanied with some familiar to return to the restaurant, and I was like very young, so that was not a great experience for me until things went to good. I got some horrible news and another horrible news. A great friend, a big friend, one of my best friends had died of cancer, and it was horrible for me. And I arrived to the funeral the with the things that happened before. I didn't know how. I didn't knew what I have to think. I was still a child, so I didn't know the danger of, of that situation. I learned that we must take care of ourselves, and if you didn't know a way to return, you have always to be accompanied with someone that knows the way to return to some place. Perhaps because of my reflection is absurd, but I know that my experience is absurd. But for me, it helped to me to get in nature and even a little making some reflections and to valorate more the life and being more responsible. And well, that's my experience. That was a very uh, I was very scared. Remembering that moment, like I enter with my mind saying what I was doing. So and the knew that my friend died at that time was very that that punished me. So but I'm here. I'm still here thanks to God, to my family, and obviously because I have lucky. I had lucky of that time. I didn't know what could happen at that moment. So I think that I'm a person with a lot of luck. I think that when that happened to me, mm, I think that my lucky ends because of that. After that, I had a lot of bad lucky, but I'm still here. I'm fighting with my family, and that's my experience.